And while we are talking about escalating vaccine, it is so important right now because the numbers simply not under control. And it's not just Maharashtra which is now looking at curbs. Delhi has come out with some very strict curbs as well in view of the fast growing numbers, that is, and the Delhi government issued a long list of restrictions. This will continue till the 30th of April, and that includes ban on all types of social, political, sports, entertainment, academy, any cultural, religious, festival gatherings as well. Swimming pools will remain closed. The only gathering allowed is under two circumstances. One, if there is a funeral, only 20 people, and the other, if there is a wedding, only 50 people over there. Meanwhile, restaurants, bars to operate at half their capacity, only 50%. Buses and metros also half their capacity. Cinemas and multiplexes also half their capacity. All schools, colleges, education institutions and coaching centers will remain closed, and the government has asked online classes to be promoted. Sukirti Trivedi joins us for the very latest now. Good morning, Sukirti. We are looking at times when numbers not looking very good for the national capital as well. We've seen a constant escalation over there. But one thing perhaps that got missed out in this advisory was, or perhaps has not been talked about by several governments, is people going to work. Earlier, last time around when the lockdown came into place, we saw very strict work from home norms being propagated at least by the government, and corporates also keeping that in account. This time, we don't hear that as much, and a lot of resistance from the industry as well is what we've been hearing. Any further notes on what the Delhi government plans to do on work from home front?
Well, yes, there are certain instructions with regard to that as well. And now the advisory says that all Delhi government offices, autonomous bodies, public sector undertakings, corporations and officers of grade 1 or its equivalent level in the local body will be allowed to work at 100% capacity, while the rest will function with 50% of their staff. Employees of the health department, police, home guards, civil defense, fire and emergency or district administration will continue to work without any restrictions. Private offices and organizations have been advised to call their employees at different timings so that the entire staff does not gather in the office at the same time. Work from home must be allowed as much as possible. So that's what the government advisory says. So with regard to government offices, at least most categories have been still allowed to work at 100% capacity, while certain categories will work at 50%. As far as private offices are concerned, there are no restrictions at all, but the government has advised private companies to suggest to their employees have a mechanism in place to ensure that at least there are different shift timings, or most people are allowed to work from home.
All right.